Oh, wonder why. Oh, why did I choose that? Wow, it worked. Cool. It worked. It worked. Awesome sauce. Hey, Noelle. Everything's working so far this morning. I don't want to hold my breath. How are you? I thought I'd try to start a little sooner so I could work out any kinks. The first thing I did when I got to my computer this morning was to reboot it. It always seems like things mess up if I don't reboot it first. Yeah. Sorry for the eating. I'm almost done. All right. I'm still working on my first cup of coffee. I think I may have some decaf later. Do you drink coffee, Noelle? What kind do you drink? So I was looking through all my books, and this one, you know how you look through your books and you mark them, and then you go back through them again. This one just like, oh, I want to do that, jumped out at me. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, let me show you what I finished. I did actually finish this. I need to take that. Got two Folgers. Okay. Do you use K cups or traditional? My mom has said recently she wanted to go back to the original filter, you know, kind that you buy filter. And because she feels like K cups are expensive, so she doesn't want to get it. But um, there are some less expensive brands she could try. And community coffee, that's what she buys. That's not expensive compared to some of the other stuff. Traditional, yeah. I'm trying to think. I started off with traditional because that's what there was at this place I was at. And then I already had a Keurig to make tea in. So I just bought K cups when I started liking coffee. So here's my kitty cat Christmas one I finished. I just noticed I was going to add some wonder if I can just use this. I was going to make these white, but I think Stella might help. I wanted these snowflakes to kind of twinkle, you know. It's anyway, that's what I was going to do with it, but I never got to that part. Oh well, it's okay. Let's see if I can make that star sparkle a little bit more. What would be fun is if I had some glittery watercolor. I've got metallic watercolor, but I'd love to have glittery watercolor. Most of the time, you look up watercolor, even glitter watercolor, and you get metallic. Thanks. Let's see, gonna make it shine. So I think this is the first picture I've done with just all paint. I wanted to do something different. Anyway, so I picked this page because I liked it a lot. And then I haven't used my, you call these? How could I forget? Oh, the cubes, the color cubes. And I pulled out a lot of different colors from there, cards, and I settled on these. I wanted to do most everything in blue and a kind of brownish gray, and then have the butterflies pop out with those colors. Hey, Dawn, thanks for coming in. The rabbit is a plain kind of bluish gray, I guess. So that's what I've used. I used 206 and 250. So we'll see how it goes. I've done a little bit of stuff here and there to see how it works. I have actually colored the rabbit, but I'll probably add some black or really dark gray to that. Hey, Yana. Thanks for coming in. And I haven't used Black Widows in forever, so that's what I'm using today. And when I was dabbling on this one yesterday and this morning, I said, oh, I just love Black Widows. So for the background, I wanted to use Zephyr Blue. Oh, if any of y'all want to jump on with me, here's the link. Anyway, I was using the Zephyr Blue for the background. When it came to these, and maybe even the butterfly, I'm not sure, I want to make it glow, which means I'm probably going to have to take off this black ring and then make a gradient into that. We'll just see when we get there. We will see when we get there. As I was using the Black Widows, I was enjoying the feel of them. And the fact that they're so soft, they're wax based. They must have a little bit of oil in them. I'm not sure because they do this layering thing. Off to work, hopefully in a couple of crisp minutes. Yeah, awesome. Well, you have a great time at work, Yana. And you can go back to it. You can like let it rest and then come back and you can add these layers to it. And now I'm looking at this and going, that is so different. I wonder if where'd that other blue go? I don't think it was this one. Yeah. This is Galaxy Blue. I wonder if I added some Galaxy Blue on top of this. I just wonder if it would kind of help to bring those two together. The other was to add this Zephyr Blue into like the very darkest parts. You're behind. Oh, I don't know if we're ever behind when it comes to coloring. I guess if you said on a live, not a live, that's helping a little bit to bring those two together. When you've said on a live stream or a video that you're going to do this, and this, maybe it's your personal goal, that you set, which is fine. I'm not sure. I just kind of stopped making what I'm going to do in the next month. I may start that again. I really will. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. This is that Galaxy Blue. I may start that again. All right now. Oh my goodness. I hope y'all didn't hear that. It's our air conditioning thing on the outside of the house next to it. I don't know what you call it. Of all these years, I don't know what to call it. I guess AC unit, but then you've got the one in the attic, so I don't know. Anyway, sometimes it makes this awful noise, like it's about to die or something, but it just maybe it needs oil in the fans. I don't know. So, what I'm using here Oh, there's not a terrible lot of differences. Is Spiderweb dim gray and medium gray. What I was using for the tree. And then I had this idea of maybe putting blue on the tree too, but it's looking more like somebody punched it in the eye rather than anything interesting. My idea was to make everything blue ish instead, and then the butterflies would pop out. That was my idea. And I wasn't doing that with the tree. I was making it kind of this brownish gray color. Um, so what I might do is find. I'm gonna erase this blue. Is find another brown that would go well with that, and so the tree would be brown, and the books and the snow would be kind of a blue. Now I had another idea. See, I was making the books be like the snow. They would be part of the snow. And then it sort of looks like it's part of the tree. I don't know. It's just a page. Let's just go with brown. Okay. Look for a nice brown. Something. Guess we can do a warm brown, but I don't know. At least there's keep winter. Yeah. That reminds me too. I decided not to do another Christmas one. A Christmas one. Trees and such and presents because I've done that a couple of them now. So I thought I would do something different, but wintry. But you're right, you can do Wild Winter in February. Of course, you can do Wild Winter anytime you want. That might be a good thing to do in the summer instead of Christmas in July. I mean, you could do Christmas in July, but you could also do winter in July. It makes you cool off. Let me look for my did I have those out already? Oh, they're right in front of my face. Darn it. These are the only ones that are like this. I printed this from an Etsy thing I bought. It has all the colors in, I guess, color friendly order. And because I wanted to put it up next to something to get the right color or to see if a color will work, I cut the edge off instead of redoing them like I did almost all my other ones. Almost all of them. Like, what did I do? What is that? Oh, this is the water based. Okay. I didn't come up with a name for those. Anyway, so you can see how I was cutting those. In fact, that's not a very good example. Not a very good example. Some of them I just got lazy and stopped cutting the edges off. And then I stopped laminating. Anyway, so see how you can put that up next to something. Well, I didn't want to redo all of this. So I noticed, if I just cut that edge off, then I can pretty much do the same thing. So that's what I did. So brown. brown is pretty neutral, but there are like warm browns and coolish browns. These are too dark. So I thought I'd put it up. Well, now, if this is going to be warm, then I don't necessarily want it to. Sorry, I'm very fatigued this morning. That's too light. Those are too orange. Yeah, the orange would be really thrown off in that purple color. Yeah, see, all that would be like that. Okay, so cinnamon is the first brown. That looks pretty good. All these are so similar. I might do a mud and a cinnamon. Let's look for those. Cinnamon and mud. Let's do it quick. I found out with that electric sharpener, if you don't have the lid on just perfectly, then it's not going to work. All right, let's start with, now, I don't know if I should erase that or not, because if I don't, then all of this will be different. Well, let's see what it looks like anyway. All right, I'm going to color in the dark. It doesn't take a lot of pressure to get the color out. If you push too hard, then the color's almost not going to come out. That's just with me. It's similar to another brand that I will not name. I compare my pencils a lot, and I think one of the reasons is that I notice patterns and the feel of things. Now we'll use, oh, sorry, that was mud, and now we have cinnamon. And I think that's why I make comparisons with other pencils, and other people go, "What? That is no way like that." It's my fingers, my hand, they feel patterns, they see patterns. So it's not that I'm saying these are just like those, but maybe there's one attribute of one that's similar to another. That's my analysis. Okay, and I'm going to try the brown without this um, gray on the inside. But I think that's why there's so many different kinds of pencils, because we all have different likes and dislikes and feels and stuff. It's just different. I'm trying to go light here. So I can already tell that this is different to this one because of the background that I already did. Which means and I like this one, which means I'm going to do all the gray first and then put the brown back on top of it. Now, I wonder if I put the gray on top. I've tried this kind of thing before where I've put the shadow color down first. And then put down the color. And it's come out really interesting, different than it normally would come out. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to put the gray down first. And then I will put the brown down. So that's the brown. What else? So for the butterflies, so you got this, right? And these are the three that look like the most. And so I just layered them on top of each other. And I like that. I'm starting with the deep purple. It'll be the darker part. And then bruise, which sounds terrible. Have you ever tried an eye makeup, like you tried two different ones, two different colors? You thought, oh, this will look good together, or this will be good. And then you put them on, and it looks like you've been hit in the eye. I don't know how many times I've done that. Ooh, I just got this idea. Ooh. After I color this using glaze on top, it may be a disaster, but I'll give it a try. All right, this is sort of, that's too purple, bluish purple. Oh, stuff's falling down in there. All right, just take those out. When I made this little container, I didn't put tape down at the bottom of this one section, and so all the pens want to fall. All right, I think that one is a little bit too neon. I think those work. I mean, the other thing I could do is put something sparkly on there. Ooh. Shall I test it? I'm not sure I'm liking. I'm sort of at an angle. I apologize. Thanks, Don. I'm trying. This is the full blender. Excuse me. Not entirely certain I'm liking that, but we'll see. If I put glaze on that, did that even work? Oh, there we go. Wonder. I know. Sacrilege. I'm just trying to push it up. Oops. Silly me. See what that does. I think I might like that. What do y'all think? I mean, it's not much. Oh, I'm so sorry you're not feeling well, Dawn. I hope you feel better soon. I hope you feel better soon. I suppose you can put the glitter pen on top of a glaze. I don't know if that would make it stand out. Oh, okay. I just made up a new thing, y'all. Maybe other people have done it. I don't know if you can see that. So it's got this shiny thing like the glaze, but it sparkles. So that's free. Feel free to use it. I'm sure someone else thought of it. Putting the stardust on top of glaze. I like that a lot. I still feel like this is, well, it's going to turn pink, so the purple is going to be lost. But that's okay. It still works for what I want to do. Oh, no problem. You go and lay down and rest. Don't worry about me. All right. I suppose I should do the rest of it. No, I don't know if it's a him. I call all animals him. I just do. This may or may not be the best tool for what I'm doing here, but it's the first one I grabbed, and so that's what we're gonna do. I use weird things for tools sometimes, so hey Diane, thanks for coming in. Yes, I love Black Widows. I haven't used them in a while, so I said, I think that's what I'm going to use. And I start to use them, and I go, whoa, I just love the Black Widows. And so there I am. Now I'm experimenting with Sakura Jelly Roll, glaze, and stardust. and the full blender. It does not do any. Oh, I went too far on that. It doesn't do any blending whatsoever. It's just there to shove the glaze up. Hey, Brittany. It's just there to shove the glaze up into where I want it to be. So see if I can't rearrange this light. Woo! That's probably too much, but okay, see? It's sparkly and glazy at the same time. That's what I like. Ooh. Now, is that too much light on there? Or is it like, wow, I can see your stuff now? I mean, okay, so here's the camera. Ooh. And the light is right there. And then there's another light over there. There's another light up there. Although I need to change its little. That makes it blue. Yeah, that's what I was wanting. Anyway, if it's too bright, just let me know. To me, it's like, wow, I can see. Alrighty, let's go back to the grays. Yeah, these are kind of a brownish gray, which is why I picked it in the first place. Can't remember where I'm at on this one. I think I've already done this part. My idea was to use the brownish grays. They're almost like French grays. I think that is my favorite gray, is probably French gray, because it's brown and I love brown. I'm not doing anything special with these, just getting some color down. Hey, Thomas, thanks for coming in. So nice to have you here. We don't get very many guys in our streams, so that's it's nice to have. I had asked my husband, I don't know, it's been several months now, if he would do a live stream with me, and he said he would. But then I forgot about it. He forgot about it. I don't think I can make it a regular thing. Like, okay, on this day, Steve, every week, Steve and I are going to make we're going to make a live stream. Oh, I couldn't do that. I think I'll start with the dark. I kind of rather start with dark on these. There is a relatively new guy streaming. Goes by Ryan Colors. Very chill and does a lovely job. Does he really? Okay. cool. I'm just going through the different grays I have out here. There's um, a dark, a medium, and a light color. Just kind of going back over them with that. And then I can bring in the browns. Bring in the browns. Sounds like send in the clowns. Such a sad song. I don't know if any of y'all ever heard it. Supporting new streamers and inviting them to check out. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, yeah, I had a train of thought, and of course, I lost my train because that's what I do. But I was looking at all of the pictures that I wanted to color for December or like to get to, and not one of them is about the true meaning of Christmas. And so I went and I bought a book of Nativity. And it was kind of hard to find one that you get a lot. Of course, you get a lot of AI stuff. And I actually have some AI stuff, but they're PDFs. And I haven't really colored in them much. Seems like when it comes to PDFs, I don't use them. But anyway, that I digress. That's another subject. Um, so I was looking for Nativity Inn that had good ratings and it wasn't AI and all that. And I came across one that somebody did a flip through on Amazon, and I'm like, oh. So uh, probably it should come Thursday, which means I can work on it Friday. And I probably will do a live stream next Tuesday because that's after Christmas. I now have a zippered case with individual slots, 480 Black Widows. Yep, awesome. I have tried, might need to go with this is cinnamon. Why is it so dark? Actually, I kind of like that. See, that's the thing Black Widow does is you come back to it and it's like it has this totally vibrant layer that you didn't even know existed in the pencil. And it's like, wow, what? I'm sure I lost a train of thought again. I do that all the time. Now what would happen if I put the darker one in? Anyway, so nativity book. Would you like to see the one I bought? You keep yours in the tins. I keep the tins, but I like to have them in a bag. And actually, I've got 2 bags that aren't doing anything. So maybe eventually it will have something in it. Oh, it won't come till Friday. Oh no. I won't be able to use this Friday. Oh, that's all right. I wanted a nativity book. It's this one. It's called In His Name and for His Glory Christmas Coloring Book. Carla Dornacher Designs. And it is, I may have to look her up for other stuff. Let's see what else she has. Oh, yeah, I didn't follow her. She's got some nice devotional looking books. They're coloring books, but devotional books. Ooh, Down a Garden Path. Ooh. It's got good reviews, but no pictures. Oh, I hate that. That may not be a coloring book. 52 words. Forget all. So, anyway, all of her stuff is hand drawn. That's kind of why I like that. Some of these books are not too fond of because the way they do the leaves and some of the foliage always comes out the same. It's like somebody just took one leaf and then go. I mean, in every book. So I've got what is it? Oh, I've got one of her books in my Christmas list. So you get some Christmas books like this one. See what I mean? I don't know if you can really tell, but some of the leaves aren't. Actually, that one's not bad. That one's not terrible. We're shopping. Shopping with Leslie. Okay. See that flower right there? Like putting my foot in my mouth. This one's really nice. Maybe I'll get this one too. It's not very expensive. $5. Inspired by Grace. Okay, some of the books like this I don't really like. Like the coloring the Psalms. I love Psalms, but I didn't necessarily like some of the like the frog. What are we doing with frogs like that? All right, I think I put my foot in my mouth enough for that. So anyway, that's what I ordered. And now I may order that one too. Oop. Uh-oh. Hopefully you didn't see that very quickly. Anyway, some books like that you can get in the Dollar Tree or Dollar General, and they're they're not very creative. And I just go, "Oh, I don't want that." Honestly, if somebody wanted my address, they can find it. All our stuff is out there, you know. Probably though, I will do a quick edit and edit out that section when I'm done. Hand pink waving. Oh, yes, sticking together. That's good. Yes. Yeah. Pencil, a good pencil case is a joy. A frustrating one. The ones that bug me are the ones that have space where you can put two or three things. And not all of them do this, but you pull one out and everything's loose. So all of mine are individual. I really don't know what color I've used on here already. As Connie says, I hope this isn't boring you, coloring the one thing. Coloring the one thing. I may jump around a little bit. I might actually put a cream on some of that too. Creamy color. Oops. There's a nice creamy color. Brown fog. Some of the lighter colors I don't like as much. I don't know, they don't have as much pigment in them, like milk. You can't really tell. You can't really see it. I mean, you can't really see white anyway, but it's just it's probably my only gripe about Black Widows is that some of the lighter colors don't show up very well. I mean, there's like no pigment in them or something. There obviously is, but that's what it feels like. So it's hard to blend with them. You know how you like to take the lighter colors and blend with those? See, this one's coming out fine. Brown fog. Yeah, it's the lightest one. Fawn is probably going to be too orangey. Let's see. Fawn might work. Give it a try. Oh, goodness, where did it go? There it is. So this one would be darker. We just have to test it, I guess. Fawn. Okay, so this is my Black Widow bag. It's black in a black bag. Sorry about my light there. My camera. So Black Widow. And then I put these stickers on here. I just bought some cheap stickers and just put animals I like on there. Just for fun. Let's see what Fawn does. Of course, it's almost turning it back into like an orangey color, which I don't like. So we'll stick with brown fog. Alrighty. The books. I was gonna make those brown. Blue. Thank you, brain. Thank you so much. Try. To, I don't know, lighten up, blend something. Yeah, I think I kind of like what that's doing. So this is the last week before Christmas. Do you have any special family plans? This is a question I asked in another live stream I was in. Was oh, I think that's supposed to be brown. Was do you have any special Christmas traditions in your family? It doesn't have to be anything big either. Just we always do such and such. There's one family I know that does. Lost my train there for a second. Which one is the darker one? Why can't I ever remember that? Mediums. They always do puzzles. Ooh, that's weird. This medium gray is not a brown gray. No. That's gonna be. Kind of like the way that charcoal is working here. I think I'll just switch. This is what happens when you don't test out your stuff. Anyway, they put puzzles together every year. They get a puzzle and just work on it on Christmas Day. So it's not like a massive tradition. You have this giant dinner with all the napkins and things in the right place and all that stuff. Or we always go Christmas light looking. It'd be something simple. Yana, I feel you on that because a buddy color that I chose to be with, excuse me, she picked a book that I didn't have, so I bought it. And then she picked a page that I really wasn't crazy about. But I did it anyway. And I used it as a learning thing. And I just kind of threw everything at it, you know? And I think the page turned out well. It's just, it took so long. It took so long. And I was like, when am I going to be done with this thing? And it came out great. It's just, it would not have been a subject that I really liked. But I did it anyway. It wasn't quite like a 2-page spread, but it was close. It was frustrating. Whoa, sorry about that. I found a 200 pencil. Oh yes, I like that. Is it this one, Brittany? This is 120. The thing is about that, you can get a case that has more slots in it than your pencils. You can get one that's 200, and then you have extra slots where you can divide up your color groups if you want to do that. Or that's what I used to do. See, this one's actually a 160, and it's got 120 pencils in it. These are the Amazon Basics. I have the 72 and the 24, I think. So you can get a bag that has more slots in it than you have the pencils for. It's perfectly fine. It works really well if there's one that you like a lot, but it doesn't come in the smaller set or the smaller number of slots. You can get the bigger one, and you may have extras that you need to extras you want to buy, or things you run out of. You can put stuff like this in there, your blender pencils. This is an eraser. You can put regular pencil in there. Some of the slots on the ends that have where you could put 2 or 3 pencils, you can put another kind of eraser. You can put a few glitter pens that you like. So you don't have to buy the exact number, is what I'm saying. Don't let that stop you from buying a bag that you really like. 25 members. Oh my goodness. That sounds wonderful. Um, we have one of my aunts and uncles coming over on Christmas Eve. We've got my parents, Steve's dad, me and Steve, and my sister. Um, and oh, I need to remind him to ask his boss. He's in a meeting, but I'm going to pop this in there. Well, I guess I can't block it if they don't show me their ID. We've got this app that keeps the spam calls down, but it still will show up on my phone, and I've got to go delete it. What is wrong? My throat this morning. Allergy, I guess. Uh, now I can tell my aunt we can come Christmas. All right. So there we are. Okay. We can come. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Let me read the things. 23rd, all the girls, my family come over for traditional Latvian making. Awesome. Oh, if I live near you, I would want to come just be a fly on the wall and watch our special dishes. I'm sure you'll do just fine, Yana. All your work is always good. Even if you didn't do as good of a job as you think you did, it'll still be amazing because I don't think I've ever seen a terrible picture. Hmm. Well, despise, Brittany, I think despise might be a very strong word. Now, you could ask your mom, to please put the muffins that don't have milk in them in a container just for you, and not get too upset at her about it. Oh, Thomas, that's awesome. I think Yana might have gone out. I'm not sure. Did you accidentally block her? I mean, that happens. I'm still using mud. I'm still using mud. I need to get back to using this cinnamon.
Are you streaming?
Yeah, but you can talk to me. Well,
I think the best idea is to leave early Christmas Day, and we'll leave late Christmas Day after. Assuming Jenny's going to be there the day after.
yeah, she's off those 2 days, Christmas and 26.
I don't think it'd be wise to go Christmas Eve because we're having guests here.
Yeah, we'll probably be too tired.
It'd be too late to be driving. What good would it do? We'd get there and go to sleep as soon as we got there. So.
I guess we would just be there for Christmas, but that's fine.
Well, we're basically going to be there for most of 2 days, so that's pretty good.
All right.
But I've got to take my computer with me to cover from noon to 4 p.m.
Okay. I put 36. All right. So we then, let's see, what did I miss? I don't know. That would be a question for her. Well, try to get along with your mom. Maybe go in there and make your own muffins. Put them in a tin and say politely that these are the muffins that are don't have the milk in them and won't bother my ears. And you can have one, but you may not like them. They might taste different. I don't know. And just try to enjoy Christmas. I mean, that would be my advice. Don't borrow trouble. Is that the saying? Or don't make trouble. I think either one works. I thought about making this latch. What's the word? Metallic, but I think I'll just stick with the blues. Oh, hey Shannon. He thankful that you actually have your parents on Christmas. Some of us don't. I agree with that. Shannon. Um, Absolutely agree with that. And the same thing with grandparents. I miss my grandparents so much. And probably will miss my parents when they're not here either. Well, I'm trying to do something and I can't figure out how to do this. Little by little, I guess. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think the older you get, the more thoughts about death you have. And of course, the more you see people dying too. When you're a kid, you are somewhat sheltered from that, but unless it's, a grandparent or parent that's you're really close to. And then you see young people who now maybe the parents are crap, I don't know. But that's a whole different story. But in general, it's good to be grateful. Kids too. I mean, people post their pictures of grandkids all the time, and people that don't have grandkids might have a hard time with that. And you know, it's that's something a person has to learn to deal with. But anyway, it's you just got to be as grateful as you can and enjoy the moments because they really do. Life goes fast and it's fleeting, and as annoying as some of my family members can be, I know I'm going to miss them when they're not there. No, I appreciate your coming out of your corner, Shannon. You come in and out as often as you like. Yes, I agree. Make your own muffins and put them in a box or tin or whatever plastic container. Put your name on it and then leave it and enjoy having your mom there. Yeah. What do we think about this? And I think maybe I will say to I'm not sure I could live up to this rule. We'll say it's a loose rule in my streams about complaining. Because aren't we not supposed to complain? Shannon, what is that verse? Do everything without grumbling and complaining. I wouldn't talk probably half the day if I really lived by that. Maybe I would talk half the day. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm no angel at all. Now, when it says like, oh well, I don't like such and such of, um, I don't like such and such a pencil set. It's terrible. That kind of stuff. I wouldn't say that was complaining, but when it's complaining about things that you can do something about, maybe like make your own muffins. I would say this is in a place to vent about that kind of stuff. I have to wait for needed adaptive cooking lessons since I am trying to learn how to cook healthy on shower and come to. Well, then all I can say, Brittany, is just ask your mom kindly to put your muffins in a separate place. That's my advice. And then let's leave it at that. Let's change the subject to something else. Family traditions. That's what we were talking about before. All you lurkers can go write something in there, maybe. Let's see. I didn't tell mine. We always have Christmas on Christmas Eve. That started when my daughter was 1 year old, or not, almost not one. She was 6 months, and I was used to getting up on Christmas Day and opening gifts and all that stuff, and so I did, and my husband slept late. He wasn't in there to open gifts with our daughter. Now, I wasn't mad at him that I remember, but after that, we uh, started to do Christmas opening and stuff on Christmas Eve with the rest of the family stuff. So Christmas Eve was and still is when we do gifts and we eat. our Christmas meal. Now, sometimes we might have a Christmas dinner. We have been going out to some family in Grand for the last several years, but this year uh, it was just a little different. So that's fine. I think we'll see. So Christmas Eve, we'll have one set of aunt and uncle come. And then on Christmas Day, Steve and I will go to Graham to see the other family out there. So I think that's kind of funny. We have one set of Graham family coming the day before, and then we'll go out to see the others the next day. Brittany, could maybe you just put the subject aside for now and just let's be happy. Christmas traditions. Rinka, what is your Christmas tradition? One of the things we did when I was growing up was that we went to see a movie on Christmas Day. That was our Christmas tradition, other than ooh, hmm, having family on Christmas Eve. We'd go see a movie. I feel like I haven't gotten very far in this, but I've been chatting. Okay, now I think this part might be a book, and this is snow. The snow I want to do with a blue tint to it, and I think I want to do my bunny with a blue tint also. He's already got a gray on there, but I would like to have a little bit of blue. I mean, I'm just doing a little teeny tiny bit right now just to see how it is, to kind of help in with that blue reflection. Did you? Oh goodness, she has two. Now, let's be kind. I know you're just picking. It's all right. Oh, what else? Um, do you know? Speaking of emails, Shannon, I don't check my emails, and I don't check Instagram very much. I have tried to go in there at least once a week to see if I've got anything or to comment on people's stuff. Um, but I've like the last, I don't know, half of the year, I've been good about going and deleting emails that I don't need, but that I don't want to keep or whatever. And I don't know what it is, but this last week, I hadn't done that at all. I don't know why. But I go in there one day and I go, oh, yeah, I've got it. This thing is coming through my email. So I'm going to have to go in there and you know how it is. It'll say, check your email for such and such, or I'll send you an email. And I go in there and there's 2,000 emails. I couldn't believe it. So I started deleting. The big problem with the email is that I get so much junk mail from like companies that I don't buy stuff from them anymore or whatever. And so I've tried to start like unsubscribing to a bunch of stuff, but it seems like it doesn't help at all. I'll get new stuff. I think I can go a little bluer on this bunny rabbit. I'm just going very lightly. What?
Still streaming?
Yeah, it's not 11:30 yet.
Okay. I was just gonna change Avery's AirTag if I could borrow your phone for a split second.
Oh, Jenny says, oh, we could come.
Uh-huh.
What do you think so far? The bunny looks almost dirty rather than blue. Oh, I wonder if I can. No, that's not gonna work. It's a dirty bunny. I'm just wondering if it's gonna look whiter as I color around it. Yeah, I'm gonna wait on the pasta to see if that happens. All right, let's see. Oh, they're spoiled. Awesome. Wow. That is pretty spoiled. Their own gaming chairs. Cool. She's so quiet over there. I'm using a limited palette, so that might be a little boring. I don't know. I'm probably going to come back with white and like Posca and go over those letters. Anyway, that's the reasoning behind doing the books blues so that they sort of look like no, now they're looking really almost too blue, but that's all right. It is all right. My gaming chair is my couch recliner. That is my couch recliner. So I'm like playing another addictive game. Not quite as addictive as the last one. And is that a book right there? Or is that part of the tree? Looks like a book. And so I just sit there in my regular chair. See, I'm trying to make the top of the book. I think I might have made it too dark. The page is too dark. So I'm going to try to take off a little bit. Y'all are probably saying, it looks just fine. I don't know why he picks on Kelly. I don't know. I guess he's a puppy and he's dominant and he's telling her, get out of my space. And she's like, okay. All right, I think I like that better. Put a little of the blue back, the light blue. I think I like that better. What colors was? Gel crayons, watercolor palette, painting easel, drawing markers, and painting books. Awesome. I'm gonna make this darker because it's underneath the tree here. I put a bunch of stuff on a Christmas wish list for my husband. And I said, well, there's expensive stuff and inexpensive stuff. You just pick what you like. There's some like medium, low, priority, that kind of stuff. Now I've got Light Fast on there, but I don't think he's probably going to spend that. Which is fine, but I put it on there anyway. Just in case. He's like, oh, I think I want to spend a bunch of money on my wife this year. I think if I could have added it to that particular list, I would probably said I want the other ink tints, which I have not used in a little while. I mean, I haven't used the ones I have. So maybe on the next picture, I will use ink tints. Ooh, nice. Color pencil his toys. Yes, I agree, Thomas. Nice. I've got a desk that I use in the camper, but I can use it in the car too. The legs fold in so it's flat and you can pull them out. You can change the length of the legs or the angle that you want your the flat surface to be at, and it's got a lip at one end so that the books or pencils that you sit there are less likely to fall off. So that was nice. One camping trip, Steve forgot to bring it. And I was like, what am I going to do? Oh, this is hard to find where the top of this book is. Maybe it's right there. Don't know. We'll just have to improvise. Anyway, I'm trying to think. And because I had so many things on the list, I can't tell what he's bought. And in fact, I've got a setting on there that says, "Surprise me. Don't tell me what they bought," because I think it was one, must have been this last summer or Christmas last. I can't remember, but it would say, "Oh, somebody bought you such and such," and I thought, what? So I realized there was or found out really, that there's a setting you can go in there and fix that so you don't see. But are you squeaking? He loves his squeaky elephant. And I don't remember buying, I think somebody, one of the neighbors must have thrown their squeaky elephant over the fence. And didn't really care about getting it back. Because he comes in with it, and I think, I don't remember buying that. Woo-hoo-hoo. And my puppy, no, I can't show it because he saw these balls that I got him and he started getting excited. And I said, he knows what those are. Robin, he wants you to play. You don't want to play. Anyway, and I intended to buy him squeaky toys, but they didn't squeak. And I thought, well, should I send them back? Should I send them back and get squeaky toys? But see, so won't take one of them out and see if he likes it. So I took one of the balls out of the bag and we threw it down the hall and he goes after it. And I go, okay, well, I guess he doesn't care that it's squeaky or not. But OCD says, you gotta buy him the squeaky. You gotta buy him the squeaky. You gotta buy him the squeaky. And they go, no, I don't. Be quiet. Oh, I got the balloon with them. No, you can't do that. Oh, it's okay. It's all right. I'll just turn my hand. Yep, that's true. We definitely aren't. So make sure you're prepared for that unknown tomorrow. Oh, what did I do there? Nothing that can't be remedied. Okay, so this is what. Oh, you got me beat, I guess. 51. 2,000 is the most I've gotten that I know about. There's probably a lot of trash, like spam, that goes right to the spam. But 51? Wow. You win the prize. Kind of like that. And then the snow. I'll have to see about that. Probably should have put some blue in the snow before I put this on there, but it's okay. We'll put it on afterwards. Like so. So whenever I go to my emails, which I'm afraid to go in there now. Who knows what it will like? It's Yahoo Mail, so I just make sure I push down I think it's Control, and then I go all the way down for about 100, and then click, and it selects it all, right? Or I go down. Actually, I go down more than that. I make sure that I don't click the ones that obviously I want to keep. But yeah, I just go down until there's one that I want to keep, and then I'll delete all the ones right before that. And then it'll say, "Are you sure you want to delete 1,000 emails?" Yes. So was it earlier this year? I said I was going to keep up with the emails but it seemed like I was deleting all day long. So I just said, I can't deal with that. And then one day, I just didn't go in there and do anything. Didn't go in there and delete anything. And pretty soon I had 2,000 emails. What? And I'm still working on it. I didn't have time to sit there and delete everything. All right, I'll do that later because that's gonna bug me. So very nice. Oh, Thomas, do you want to? All right, all I can see is your eyeball. If you want to be on the screen, I need to see what you're coloring. All right, well, that looks pretty good. What's next? Shall we try making stuff glow? Now, I'm wondering, with the colors I have, was that? No, it's this one. Okay. Let's see. Guess that was it. Okay. I don't remember it just being that. Maybe it was. So I can go darker on the background. I wonder if I should do black. Oh, I think I will use Black Widow instead of Midnight because my Black Widow is very small. Well, not very small, but it's shorter. Um, nice. I'm so happy you're able to buy them some neat stuff this year that they like. I was going to try to make these butterflies glow, but I think the only way I can do that. Ooh, my fan just came on. That was a weird feeling. I wasn't expecting it to come on. Sounds like I'm at the dentist. Oh, let's try this one too. Okay. We can. Hey, stop that. Hey, stop that. Sorry, I'm like. Okay. that means. Okay, very good. Yeah, if anybody wants to come in, make sure you got your camera pointed at whatever you're working on. All right, now we started out with that. Then we need to thinking out loud. Thinking out loud. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It came upon a midnight clear. Ooh, that's a good song. You know, that reminds me, I think when will you be mine? I can ask her that. I don't want to miss Verity's live. And I can put this on top. And a little bit of this. Oh, that's awesome. Too smart sometimes. Aren't they all that way? Too smart for their britches, as my mom used to say. You're too smart for your britches. All right, now it's sort of glowy. I think I will take some white. Probably what I should have done from the beginning, but you know, we experiment around here. Have y'all heard of Mannheim Steamroller? They're like a orchestra band thing. Really super good. A friend of mine bought me a Christmas CDs of theirs one year, and I still have it. I did not put it on last year, but I almost feel like putting it on. I'm not entirely sure I like what this guy's doing here. Do you? Awesome. Oh, you have. That's awesome, Yana. I would love to see that. I'm not a big concert person because of how loud it is and crowded. um, so I've never asked for tickets to go or decided to buy any or anything. So there's the other one. What's the other big band orchestra like that? There's Mannheim Steamroller, and then there's another one. Something light orchestra. Oh my gosh, Andre. Incredible. Incredible conductor. Yes, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. That's the other one that I like too. So I stumbled upon Andre Roux. I don't know how you say his last name. But I don't listen to him all the time. I have to be in the mood. I'm one of those people that I have to be in the mood for certain types of music to listen to anything. So I don't actually listen to a lot of music. I hear a lot of music in my head often, but not out. And I like hymns just about any time. But one of the ones I watched, he let this little boy on, and I don't know how old he was, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Have you really? Oh, how wonderful, Liana. He let this little boy come on there, and he was playing like, is this kid really this age? And he was playing along with the orchestra that Andre was conducting. And he's standing there and whatever it was. And it sounded so good coming from such a small little guy, you know. I'm not crazy about this. Now that it's settled, I think I want it to be a little deeper brown. I don't know if that makes any sense. Maybe castle. That's going to make it orangey. I think tan would be. Tan probably would be fine. But I mean, he conducts, but he also plays amazingly well. Not that I'm a connoisseur of classical music or anything, but I just know when I listen to it, it's really good. Okay, I'm using tan now. It's a Scorpion pencil. Wonder if Verity's going to be on tonight at all. He was 3. You remember? Can you believe that? That little boy was 3. There's a little girl I used to follow. I think she's still out there, but you could see her from 3 years old, and she's doing her thing, and you just can't believe a child like that could. Is that part of the tree? I think so. A child like that could do such amazing work. I'm gonna make it lighter up. Oh, watch out for brown snow. Anyway, so the little girl's just amazing. And you wonder if they showed natural aptitude as children, or they were just said, the parents just said, here, you are going to be a concert violinist, and that is all you'll do besides schoolwork. And you're just going to do that. Maybe a little of both. Yes, I believe I like that now. Was he 5? Yeah. Yeah, he had a sad ending, didn't he? Oh, it's 11:30. So you kind of can see where I'm going to go with that. And we'll see how much I get done before Friday. I'm not sure about the sky back here. I might be just thinking too much and I just need to make it all black. I don't know. I'm not crazy about this Zephyr blue that I was choosing to use. We'll just see. And probably I need to blue up the blue for this to work. So I think I will switch. I'll add some different blue to that. That way this blue will work. And I think making this more yellowy orangey color is fine. All right, well anyway. Yeah, probably. But to play like that, you've got to practice too, so but maybe they wanted to. Well, thank y'all for coming in and being patient with whatever annoyed you. And thank you to my lurkers. I appreciate you too. And thanks for coming out once in a while and saying hey. I hope y'all have a great week. Try not to stress, which is very difficult for me. Try not to stress about the week. And enjoy Christmas with your families, even if they're annoying. And arguments, they make more impact on your memory, I think. So don't argue. Try not to. Christmas is a happy time, and it's a sad time for a lot of people because they've lost family, canine, feline, or human. So what is that saying out there? Be kind to people because you don't know what they might be going through. That kind of stuff. You're welcome for streaming. Yeah. You're welcome, Mona. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Remember to like, just in case you haven't yet. I appreciate that. I'm at 800 now, so I'm excited about that. I'd love to get up to 1,000, but it may take a little bit more effort on my part, like doing videos. And I think I might do more videos in the coming year. If I say I'm just going to do one video a week, I think I can start there and be consistent. I think that's the problem before, was that there would be weeks where I wouldn't do a video and weeks when I did a whole bunch and I wasn't consistent. So I think if I can just do something once a week. Maybe it would be something I can stick with. So y'all have a great week. And if I don't see you before Christmas, Merry Christmas. And if you're Jewish, have Hanukkah and whatever else you celebrate. Happy whatever. This is celebrating Christ's birth for me, so I celebrate that. See y'all later.